Started yoga?
Can you believe
When did you start yoga?
2 months ago.
Are you loving it?
Yes, but it's kicking my ass.
Yeah. That's the idea.
You know, for years you've been telling me, my other friends have been telling me yoga. I'm like, right, yoga. I can do the bike for 45 minutes and really not get that sweaty. I do this yoga for an hour. I am drenched.
I've cried.
Yeah, it actually...
There's certain positions where you just cry.
Yeah, it's true.
You're just in pain. Yeah, but don't you feel great at the end?
Yes, and I think, too, emotionally, it sort of opens stuff up.
Yeah.
When you do your dorsal spine thing.
Your dorsal spine?
You don't have a dorsal spine?
Who's teaching you
yoga?
yoga?
You need a new teacher. Who's teaching me?
Dorsal spine.
Flipper. No, you know, he puts the yoga block on the floor, and I have to go back over it. He said that's opening my heart chakra. That's
right. You know you're going to do eventually? A back bend.
That's what someone
You're going to go from the dorsal twist to the back bend.
Can you do the back bend?
Yeah, I'm into it.
See, Madonna, too, she can do everything.
She can?
Yeah.
It's a weird kind of pride you get in this contorted positions. I mean, you can be so proud of yourself.
I know, and I did the tree, which is pretty basic.
Which is standing on
Yeah, well, don't laugh at me, I'm just starting.
Okay.
You just stand on one foot, and you put your other foot on your inner thigh, or your lower knee if you're me, and you just stand up like this for like 2 minutes, and after I did it, I was like, woo! Woo! And you look like a loser, but it feels good, because at the beginning, you can't do anything.
Do you play music when you're doing it?
No. I kind of zone out.
Oh, well, that's good. That's better than me, because I like to have a lot of Bob Marley going and stuff, which is very not yogic. But I still do it.
But what kind do you do? You do the really...
Ashtanga yoga.
You do. That's the strenuous one.
Yeah, it's the kind where you really... It's also sort of... what's it when your heart rate gets up? Aerobic.
Aerobic.
It's aerobic.
Do you do it in the very heated thing? Like, you know how the people do the 90 degree?
Yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah.
But then I don't. I got very intense with it for a while. Now I've backed off slightly.
I'm just starting.
You're going to go through... you're going to be a yoga police type.
Really?
Yeah.
He told me that I have to become a vegan. And I said to my teacher, I go, I can't even be a Weight Watcher. How am I going to be a vegan? You know what I mean?
Why do you have to be a vegan?
Well, he said for yoga, it's better if you're a vegan.
It is true.
I guess it is true.
Yeah.
I can't even stay within my...
I'm very proud of you, Rosie. That's so great.
I know. I was a little embarrassed when I started.
Do you do it in a group, or do they come
alone? Think I want people to see me in a unitard? That is not... No! I do it alone in my office downstairs with him, and, you know, every Sunday I'm, like, getting to the peaceful point, and I'm like, Parker, shut up! You know, they're loud, my kids.
I know.
Yeah. All right, well, you have a movie, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should take a break and come back and talk about it, so we will. Kate and Leopold. So I get time to myself. All right, back with Meg Ryan, who has a brand new film, Kate and Leopold. You know, if you weren't my friend, I'd lie and say I saw it. But I didn't see it yet because, you know, if you were like somebody I didn't know that well, I'd say it was great. But
thank you.
I haven't seen it, but I hear it's great.
You know, it actually really, really is.
Yeah.
It's really smart, and it's really funny, and it's really romantic, and I don't know how our director did it, but he did.
Now, it's you and Liev Schreiber and Hugh Jackman.
And Hugh Jackman and Breckin Meyer and Natasha Lyonne and Bradley Whitford. And it's just a great ensemble group of actors. And these guys and Natasha, they're so funny, Rosie.
Really?
And it's a very hard movie to describe because I never really know how to describe it, because the guy, Hugh Jackman, plays a man from 1880 who comes to modern-day New York and meets my character, who is very... Career-driven and very myopic and really irritating. So they... and of course, they don't like each other, and then they do.
Then they fall in love.
Yeah.
But he's from back then. So everything he does is sort of chivalrous.
And he's very, very chivalrous and very, very kind. And she has no idea what to do with that, which I think is true for most women. They have no idea what to do when someone's actually nice to them.
Yeah. You know who's Tom Cruise? Anytime we're anywhere, he opens the door for me, and when we're walking, he places his hand on the small of my back.
And
he does.
And you'd have no idea how to react,
right? It's shocking. Like, you're like, oh.
At first, you're like, oh, what was that?
You're touching me. Oh, you're being nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole different thing.
But I think there have been so many mixed signals about what is appropriate behavior between men and women for the last 20 years anyway, that, you know, it may be just about time that chivalry made some sort of comeback.
Right.
Because now...
Yeah, it's true. I think it's true, yes.
Because now, I think women have achieve some sort of validation in the workplace and have some kind of confidence, and it feels like not any kind of condescension. It feels like a gesture of respect, maybe, that they're you know, offering. So,
do you know which clip we have? No. It's wonderful.
Toast.
Toast? Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to use a toaster because he's from the 1800s, right?
Right. And she's just irritated with him in general.
Okay, take a look. Kate and Leopold, which opens tomorrow, which would be the 21st. Really?
Really.
That thing is a damned hazard.
It's just a toaster.
Well, insertion of bread into that so-called toaster produces no toast at all, merely warm bread. Inserting the bread twice produces charcoal. It requires 1.5 insertions, which is something for which the apparatus doesn't begin to allow. One assumes that when the General of Electric built it, he might have tried using it.
You know something? Everybody pushes their toast down twice.
You mock me, but perhaps one day when you've awoken from a pleasant slumber to the scent of a warm brioche smothered in marmalade and fresh creamery butter, you will understand that life is not solely comprised of tasks, but tastes.
Say that again.
You know how long you read that? 2 months. That's about all I could take. Kate and Leopold, it opens everywhere tomorrow. And what are you working on now? Because I know you work all the time. You doing another movie right now?
Yeah, in the spring I'm going to work on a boxing movie, Rosie.
And I saw you at the boxing.
It was weird.
I didn't actually see you. I heard them announce your name.
I heard them announce your name, and where were you?
I was, well, you can't really tell north or south, but I was in the corner with the guy who lost 6 rows back.
Oh,
I wasn't in the corner.
I was on the winner's side.
You were on the
Rosie.
winner's side, yeah. But did you know they announce people at...
No, I had no idea.
I go in there trying to be a little inconspicuous, and they're like, "Welcome to the boxing ring!
Yeah, yeah.
Roll 4, Rosie O'Donnell."
Yeah,
And then all the boxing people go, "Boo." I was like, "Oh no!"
It's a wild world.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Have you been to fights before?
A few, yeah. And because I'm working on this film.
And what do you play in the film?
She's a boxing manager. She manages a boxer.
Is it a true story?
It's based on a true story. It's sort of influenced by this woman called Jackie Kalin, who is the only woman who's ever successfully managed a middleweight boxing champion. And she's a very, very interesting woman. And anyway, so now I'm boxing. I'm doing yoga and boxing, Rosie.
Wow, that's sort of dichotomy.
I
think they cancel each other out. Exactly right.
And then going to fights and hanging out with her a little bit. So
Can you tell me a little trivia? What other actress played a boxing manager in a movie?
Barbra Streisand.
Oh, you knew it! The main event!
Hey, the main event!
Thanks, Tax, Tom.
That's right.
All right, listen, the movie opens tomorrow. You come back for the boxing movie. When does it open?
Years and years from
Well,
now.
then, frankly, we won't be on the air anymore, Meg.
Thank you.
This is it, all right?
Thank you,
Hey,
sweetie.
Leopold. Tomorrow.